Okay, signal simulator. Let's get started. What's this? The mid is 18, max 55, chord dates equals 20, range. I'm gonna have to learn math. Oh well, hopefully it won't be too bad. No clue what this game is about. Besides some stuff I've learned from IGP. Apparently it's a... So far, I think it's just a game where you get to fix signals, but I don't think there's anything special involving it. There's a Halloween thing. Check that out. A tiny face on it. Wow, that's a lot of antennas. Space aura. Aurora. I don't know, I'm just going with the balls to the wall, checking it out and see how this game works. The most I've learned from what the description says is to find signals, find story signals and stuff like that. But this could also require knowing your math. So if it does, it's gonna suck. Okay, there we go. This game is still early access, obviously. I think it is, anyway. There we go. So, I do remember some stuff. I didn't get a chance to re-look at some of the stuff on here. I didn't spoil nothing if they've added any recent updates. I've just pretty much figured out how some things work, but it's not really going to help me too much. It's just certain aspects that I researched because I've been curious about this game because it seems like it's interesting. Especially since it involves aliens and adds a creep factor to it. I think it's pretty cool, and there's a Halloween pumpkin here, so, you know, there's something gonna be interesting going on. So we get to look back at the car, hit F, and that knocks you out of the car. Okay. I got it. Okay, don't know how that works. We're closing the doors, because I don't trust stuff. Okay, what's this about? I need to work this. Stats. Some kind of chips here. So how does this work, I wonder? I'm gonna play with the buttons. Press Q and E to switch. Oh, okay. Okay, E goes up, Q goes down. Yeah, okay, it says it right there, actually. Track coordinates. actually moving. Whoa. What's going on? Oh, it's still searching, I think. First signal's available. It's available, but I don't know what I'm doing. Ah. Oh. Oh, great. Okay, it's elevation. Okay. Oh, okay. So you are this thing for, I guess, going up, and this is elevation. Okay. Average is 75, so I guess we'll just go to 75 with it, huh? I guess 91. Oops. There we go. F. First, how you doing, Dead Now? Welcome to the life of Brundonx, and apparently we are in a observatory. I got a job at an observatory today, so I figured, why not? We'll see what, you know, people who are checking out the cosmos jobs are. Try elevation 77.3 to 97.9. Oh. Okay. I didn't see that. 97. How do you get points? Oh. 90.9 and 77.3. I didn't see that earlier. Go ahead and try that. Whoa. See that little thing moving right here? I think that's a sign that we're getting close. Looks like it's giving us the first signal for free without us having to find it ourselves. 17.3% signal strength. Okay, it tells you how strong the signal area is. So we're like 17% close to it. It's like going haywire. Look at that. Sure that ain't higher? %66. Okay, it went down. Oops. Signal available. Signal status detected. Star yellow. Unknown. That's a weird sound. Okay, so we can judge it based off this and be able to find it on our own. Okay, it's not going to be too difficult then. I don't think I have to do crazy math then. I mean, the average was kind of a little off. A little. The mid was around actually there. The correct zone area, I think. Actually, the average was about right. And apparently this is gonna, like, I guess, download the song, everything. I don't like how this picture looks like. It's weird. Over here. %. How do you get 1% difference? That is tricky. That's crazy. Yeah, it's like it just goes completely off kilter. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it goes any higher. 8%, but we're so close. Like, where is this at? So as to get 100%, but nothing I'm doing is making it go to 100%. We're getting like 98 point something %. Like, really? I don't know. It's really confusing. Checking this thing. Data. Signal detected. A filtered signal. That's interesting. Terminal. Help. A die. Agnostics. Okay, it looks fine. Oh. There you go. Your charge efficiency has dropped by 50%. Oh, start cleaning the solo panels. Okay. Let's go clean some solar panels then. Imagine having this kind of job. It's just like, it seems like it'd be a pretty easy job. I mean, you're probably not gonna be getting much of your goal done, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, probably one of the most easiest jobs you could probably do, I would think. Oh, super fast. This thing really speeds up quick. Outside the observatory, there are solar panels that will charge your systems at daytime. Solar panel efficiency in sunny days. If it is rainy, the charge will drop to 30%. If you have the source, you can turn on the generator. The generator requires fuel to run. It will increase the recharge rate of the systems with a max of 50% when fully upgraded. The base start of the generator is 25. Okay. Let's play for probably a few hours on this and see what the game's about. At least so far. There's still going to be developments and changes, and I hope the developer does add in more. I'm hoping he does add in a scary factor to it. You know, because if you're going to add aliens and signals. You guys see that up there? Is that like a texture thing or something? There's something that's right there, like, floating. Yeah, it's not like everywhere, it's only that one spot. There's a server, something wrong with your servers. Use the server terminal to diagnose the problem. Type help to see all commands and try to solve the problem. You can access the terminal from laptop or the server racks in the server room. You can also access the terminals from every antenna. If a server has any errors, download the antenna detection system will decrease with 50%. Well, I guess we're going to an antenna. We'll head towards this little thing I see over here in the sky. There's something over there. I swear it looks like a rectangle. From my angle, it looks like a flat shape up there, but I don't know, it's just like a viewpoint. Like I saw like a reflection that looked like a triangle for a minute. Okay. You in here? Yep. Help. Oh, I don't need it. It's right there. Let's see. Die. This word is going to be a pain to get used to. How to spell. The main server timed out. Do a few of those. I don't know if that would help. Maybe if we reboot it. It's gone now. Okay. Servers can freeze in different conditions randomly, or if temperature increases or over the max save value. If outside temperatures are higher, then server temperature will increase faster. Use the turbo command in the terminal to increase the speed of the cooling fans. Turbo? Okay. There we go. Should take care of that. Okay, we should be good. Is that object still in the sky over here? Really? Okay, yeah, it is there. It's right over there. I want to say, if it disappeared, I was about to go, okay, come on. I'm only just started, and you're already going to throw something weird that's going to make me paranoid. It's the aliens of Killa. The aliens of Erica. Kevin. Pixie. I'm trying to think of a lot of different names. Like, almost everyone I probably know is like all an alien. They're all against me. They're just secretly watching me right now, waiting for their right moment to attack. That's what's going on here. They're just waiting to capitalize. Use models will increase some of the system stats, but will decrease the credit income. It will also increase the energy consumption. Modules upgrades. To upgrade a module, you will need to download the decode a signal. There is a charge to download a random schematics for certain models. Another way is to analyze saves signals in the database. You can do this from the terminal. What's going on? Um. Ah. What's this about? Oh wow. Yeah, you can see. Signal available. So I have to find the signal with this thing. Whoa. Oh, might as well go there. So it's like 300 and something. 30, 34. We'll go 37, just for heck was it. Nah, actually, we'll take it down a notch or two. What, 27, maybe that. Hey, it actually went to that almost a little bit. Let's go about 7 there. This one says 55. 55 and 7 as well. See if that works. Don't know if that'll work or not. Hopefully we'll get somewhere close to the average and we can just balance it out and find it with the signal thing. We're going to go with their mids for now. Then we'll try out averages and maxes and see what like all in between, and hopefully we can find it. If we got this to detect the signal strength, that means if I balance it up and down, I can just play with it and I can eventually find it pretty easily. I like the fact I found pumpkins in almost every game I'm playing too. The Halloween aspect. I don't know how long that's going to take for it to reach though. It's probably be a while. What if that's if you stop it? If you stop it, does it like stop the coordinates where it left off at and you can adjust? Because if that's the case, that means you can just swing it around. Eventually you probably be able to find it somewhere. I can see different methods of being able to solve it without actually needing to do the calculations. I wonder if this is going to be like a story signal or something. Apparently you can buy a tracker too. Oh. We saw a signal back there a little bit. It does not change it, so I don't know how far adjusted it was. It's going to take some time. I can see why you would. This game is going to be a little bit tricky because you have to find out the signal area. We know it was somewhere across there. I just don't know how far along it went. So I'm going to have to just work my way backwards until I can figure it out. Go from here, and then we'll drop it down to lower and lower and see if we can't find it. I wonder if I should do this. Try that. We'll go with the average for now, and we'll go from the average and work around. I'm not guaranteed we're going to find every signal, chances are, because I think each signal we get is going to be a different coordinates and as well as timed. So we're not going to be able to find all of them unless you're good at basically doing the calculations to figure out how this all works. I mean, if it's just this plus this, then divided by this, then I could probably get the calculator off my phone and be able to do it. It wouldn't be a big deal. But I don't know how the math works. Charge rate. Definitely takes its sweet time, that's for sure. Okay, nothing. There's not even a sign of signal here. Okay, I guess we'll work backwards. I wonder. Okay, on that 50 apparently. Let's try that. Let's go with mid. That's all I can do is just try. Oh, here we go. So we gotta pay attention when it triggers, because we can pay attention to where the coordinates here are. So we can do the idea I said. It's right here. It's where it's telling me where it's adjusting to right now. I don't remember what the. Dang it! If I knew that, I would have done that last time. Just jump down a couple feet and see what that leads to. It's dropping down to 308. Where we're gonna drop it down to. Oh, we lost the signal. Man, that is hard. So I screwed up because I wasn't paying attention to this screen. If I would have been watching when we saw that flicker of like 11% signal strength, I could have stopped it there, adjusted accordingly based upon that, and I could have found the signal. But me being an idiot, I didn't think about it. Or I didn't even see it, actually. So I guess lesson learned on that. So we missed the signal because of that. Let's see, anything we can get up here? Well, I guess we might need fuel at some point, so I'm gonna buy fuel. So I guess transmitter, I suppose. Upgrade. Tracking consumption upgrade. Consume 30. Effective. Let's see, effect. Reduce the consumption of electronics. Current consumption 100%. New consumption be 95. Okay. Changes applied. Antenna detection. Charge current rates 04. This will be 40.2. I guess we'll go that and apply. Coordinates. Coordinates detection system accuracy increase. 20 to, okay, works for me. Cool. Maybe that'll help us out when the next signal comes around. Guess we can go wander around until a signal comes up, huh? What's the radio got going on, I wonder? I'll have to check that out later. Because here I think it's supposed to be the math of how it works. Example would be like 18 and 17, I guess. And 15 and 6, 5. 60, what is it? 60, 55 and 60, 56. Okay, I'm trying to like study this a little bit, figure out how the math works. Okay, we got a signal now. I was gonna flip through until we get to it. Quick as a jiffy, chip quick as a jiffy. Oop. There it is. Okay, the mid means that's the lowest. So let's go 30. So let's go for the lowest amount, then we'll increase it slowly. Which is 22. Oh, now it's 27. 24. It's gonna keep bouncing around, huh? 4. There we go. And the bottom one's mid is 69. 69.6. Let's pay attention here so we can know when to stop as it adjusts. This could take a while because it has to think. I think it has to go clear in a different direction in order to get to this. It actually looks like it's increasing, to be honest. Let's keep an eye on signal strength so we can make sure we can see what's going on here. So I'm kind of getting the gist about how that's going to work. If this works the way I think it's working. I'm assuming it's increasing because in order to get to the lowest number, it's going to have to go to the fullest number. And then it's going to jump clear down to 24. I think that's how it's going to do it. I'm hoping that's the case. If not, then maybe this isn't showing what I think it's showing. Okay, here it says the coordinates I just put in right here. So it should be going to that. Yep, there it is. It just reset to 24. Okay, let's pay attention to it. When we hit F, okay. Get F on the standby, so if we see it as a jump in signal anywhere in the mid area, then we'll have a idea of what we're doing. We used to be able to find a signal a lot easier without probably all the complex math and studying. Seems like it's not getting a flick of signal at all, so we're gonna have to go up higher. Yep. Okay, the average amount, so we want to increase, I guess, this number as we go. Start increasing. This could take a while, obviously, because it can go pretty high, so without the math, it's going to be kind of difficult. I'm going to increase it slightly and then just let it go up. What's the average? $43. Okay. Let's go 44 on average, and the bottom will go 77. Basically, we're going to start from middle, or to the end, middle to highest. Okay, 44.11, we got a 10% signal. Okay, go back. So that's right, but this, I think, is wrong. My word, it's hard to... Ooh, we got a 40 thing here. Okay. Okay, 43 points to and 67. Okay. So we want to put this at 43.2. This one is 67,600. Oh. Okay. That increased it, so we want to go more down. No. More up. And adjust this one, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, now. Almost 50% right there. Stop. Okay, drop. Couple down. Planet. Fast burst radio. 88.4. Here we go again with the off by that, like a few percentages. Play audio. That's a eerie sound. Okay, good. That's about as far as we're gonna get. An 86 or so %. Don't know if we're gonna get it in time. We took a long time to find that. We're getting some credits for it though. Got a planet with fast radio. And our antenna thing was damaged or something. I don't like how there's a monitor here because I feel like there's gonna be something spooky. It's gonna have a role and played in that. Alien mug of coffee. This is definitely tricky. I do appreciate not having to worry about the, whoa. To where I don't have to worry about certain aspects of doing calculations. If I would have found it a hell of a lot faster, because you see the average on these was probably, yeah, the average was pretty close. The lowest was pretty much a little off by like some amount. The average though was closest, like almost dead on for it. So I'm gonna start going average from now on, and then just try to go up or down depending on how I want to go. Because it seems like average is really close to the, yeah, see both of them were close to each other on average. So I have to remember that from now on. Go for the average from now on. Because it's either going to be up or down, but we'll be just jumping around by a few notches probably. It looks like they're always off, that might be always off by 20. 62%. I don't know if we're going to get it in time though. I don't know how much time we have to get signals. Download speed, if we get this, I'm going to have to increase download speed. Because I'm going to need it for someone as slow as I am. Wow, 1:34 a.m. I think that's my actual time too, like in real life. It's kind of spooky. At least there's nothing spooky going on outside, at least. I'm just getting the chills from hearing the freaking sound. Okay, almost got enough. We're at 80-something %. Come on, we're almost there. For 1:38. Yeah, it's my actual time. That's crazy. Signal simulator is actually not too bad. It's definitely spooky. I got like chills. Come on, you're almost there. 3 more %. One more %, and got it. Okay. Well, since we got a good bit, let's work on the download speed for 30. A couple upgrades on that would probably be fine. Cord estimates, actually, I would like to increase a little bit more, too, so we can get that out of the way. Power efficiency right there, I'd like to get up. That's 120. We're not going to do nothing with that. 75 for that one. So we're not going to do nothing with that either. Let's get some tech and stuff, which I'm not worried about. Database. A filtered signal. Fast radio signal. Okay. My word. Definitely some fun here. We can turn all that off or something. Oh, that's pretty cool. And we'll leave that on just so we can find signals in case some come up. Don't know if that reduces the cost up there or not, because burning my battery pretty fast. Let's see, let's try to study this up a little bit. Range. The A equals 18 plus the coordinates. What is DET? Is there something on here for coordinate DET that match up with that? Mid, max, and average. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Like, I don't see nothing on here for DET. Oh, okay. 18 plus 20 equals 38. 55 subtract 20. Okay. Equals 35. 37, that's plussing. Well, I was kind of right. Oh! Maybe that's average amount with the, what does B stand for? Below average, like the highest and lowest numbers for coordinates, and short terms, whatever it is for the average for the average one, you would take whatever it is plus 20, and that would equal to that. Then you take this, which is the lower end. That says 50 though. If this is the average, wouldn't that be higher? Oh, okay. Yeah, the max and min. Max and min, okay. So the min is in red. That explains why it's lower. And the max is in blue. So that's what this one is. So the max is being subtracted by 20. And the average, or the min, the lowest, is being added 20. And then you take both of those signal coordinates, 35 and 38. And then here you'd have the mid and then the average, put them together for the coordinates of what? Oh, okay. Then you would subtract, apparently. Oh, no, you wouldn't subtract. You would put 35 and 38 as a range. Signal coordinates range is... Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. I'll have to study it a bit more. Okay, oops. It's like the average is pretty high. The average for that one is 30. Maybe 28. Oh, back up to 30 again. Just keep an eye on it, see if its signal gets hit in between the average. If it does, then we can figure it out after that, adjust it, and find it pretty fast. Okay, now it's just dropping down the lowest it'll go, so it can go back up to the high ground. So I'm gonna go with average for now, but you can apparently subtract the min. What is it? The min you had to add 20, so it'd be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. It'd be 270, and the max would be subtract 20, would be 9, 8, 7. Yeah, it'd be about 7, which would be the average coordinates, which is already shown on there. Okay. Like I said, I have to do more math on that and figure that out. Okay, this is going and dropping from the highest to the middle. So that means if we don't see nothing throughout the whole height range, that means we need to drop the pretty much to this one side here down a little bit lower until we find it. Since it's going down from the highest to middle. I have my hands ready for the keyboard in case it lights up a little bit. Any minute it could light up. Definitely takes its time. I just know that much. This game's like really like kind of like an actual simulator you would see on Roblox or something. But it's pretty fun. I kind of like it. You just never know what kind of signal you're going to find at one point. And we haven't found nothing on the higher end scope, it seems like. So it's definitely on the lower end scope of the numbers. Okay, we're dropping down into the area where it needs to be at. Still haven't seen no flicker yet. Percentage. Yeah. With that one. Okay, it's close to it. We're almost at a 50% right there on the first go, so that's pretty good. We'll adjust some more once the other antenna adjusts down to 34, and we'll see if that gets it's right around the average. It seems like if you just go for the average, you'd be fine. See it moving towards a direction. Come on. Little wavelength disappeared from it. I was like, what does that mean? Okay. That went up to 8, so I think this is in the good zone where it needs to be at. I just don't know how to adjust this. Drop down to 10, maybe we can find it and shoot up at some point, then we can stop it. elevation has to do something. Okay, yeah. Where are we at? 29? Let's go 30. 31? Actually, 30.1? 0.2? Okay, we want to go down then. Nope, this is better one. Play audio? What is it? A planet dwarf star. Okay, we got that. Got this. Let's do another diagnosis. Everything seems to be working fine. Whoa. Okay. Oh. We can't seem to ever get 100% on it. I don't know if that pumpkin had a face on it beforehand or not. While this is working, I'm gonna go see about the cleaning efficiency, I suppose, right? That way we're not just sitting here. It's morning anyway, we can get to work on that while it's progressing. Okay. I'll go ahead and do this. Obviously, I'll be returning to this game at some point, but this little stream will probably be the one episode, and we'll probably do more once I hear about more updates being done or something's been added. For now, I'm just pretty much going to be chilling and playing this one time for a good few hours to see how the gameplay would work on your first experience ever playing it, because this is my first experience ever playing it, so I have no clue about some things. I know about some little small things here and there from watching other people play, but I haven't spoiled nothing to where it comes to story signals or anything like that. I kept it pretty much realistic. It's just the more complicated matters of coordinates and stuff, and as you guys can see, even that, I knew about the coordinate math stuff, but I just didn't know how to do it because I didn't really research it. I still kept myself pretty vanilla when it came to playing on this. Because after all, I want a legitimate experience on my first time playing to see how an average person playing this would react. And I'm pretty smart. I will give myself some credit on that. I am pretty smart. So if I have a hard time figuring it out, I think a lot of people would have a hard time. And so far, it looks like I just found a few signals just on my own after playing only for a few hours, so it's not too bad. It's definitely in a doable and tolerable conditions. So I actually like the game. It definitely passes some time if you get bored, and if it gets even more creepy and scary with actual sci-fi stuff, I think this game would be pretty epic to have. Yep, 68%. Looks like we got energy efficiency increased again while it was still daytime outside. The star likes to mess with us.
To below the Martian surface where suspected layers of permafrost might exist. Even here on Earth, we find that life can exist in some very alien spots, such as microorganisms found in Siberia that have been frozen in the permafrost for over 3 million years and are still alive. If you can have life preserved for such an extended period of time in permafrost in Siberia, perhaps in permafrost on Mars, there may be life still today, or let's say more likely, whatever was there is still very well preserved, basically put in a deep freeze for all time. Looking for life in all the right places on Mars. Meyer envisions what it would be like to add the human touch to the red planet and hit biological pay dirt. You could be doing something as standing by a drilling rig, waiting for rock samples to come up, looking at them and going, well, this doesn't look like chemistry. This could be biology. It would be hard to imagine the level of excitement that I think I would feel if all of a sudden you realize, here's something, one, nobody else has seen before. Two, it's life that's not Earth, and it's the only other example in the universe that we have. It would be hard not to have a heart attack. It would be my expectation.
This has been The Space Story, brought to you by this station and NASA. For the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, I'm Bob Tebow.
Okay. Well, that was interesting, little thing on the radio. But yeah, things here are pretty crazy. Let's get back to learning this math stuff here. So you're basically taking the min and you're adding 20. You're taking the max and you're subtracting 20. Which gives you two different, should give you two different coordinates or signal coordinates. Or I guess they call it a range. But I'm trying to see this. This is range code or range coordinates, or I don't know what that is. So the mid is 17 plus 20, which is 37. The max is 65. I guess that's 65.5, I guess. And you subtract 20 from that, it's 36.5. Then you take 36.5, subtract, or not subtract, but is the coordinates between 36.5 and 37. Signal coordinates. Okay, actually the math looks pretty simple. Just adding and minusing, and all you're doing is pretty much, like I said, adding with the lowest and subtracting with the highest by 20 as an overall calculation. Okay, that actually makes it actually extremely easy. That explains why the average on here kind of just sums it up for you technically. But if you needed to do the math to try to work towards a more closer average, you could probably get like a more precise average number. That reminds me, is that shape still out there? Let me go take a look outside real quick, 'cause I don't see that shape out there no more. Leave the door open for a moment. It was over by the mountainside, wasn't it? That shape I saw in the sky, I think it's gone. It finally disappeared. Great. Now you're seeing spaceships in the sky. Yep, and the signal's found. Let's see if we can try to get towards working towards a story signal. There we go. 30. Okay. So it'd be like 31 314 pretty much. Point whatever 7 or what 9. That's just gonna be tough. Or it's gonna be no. That's 350. Okay, that's 350 like 6 or 350 or 353. I don't know. Or 339. Okay, let's go 353. Let's subtract one of these. And this one will be, let's see, you're going to be adding 20 to that, so it'll be like 53 to 32. $37 to 32. So let's go 37. I'm just doing my own math, basically, with the plus and adding and see if that works or not. If it doesn't, we'll just go for the average that we're seeing on here and work with that. Because it is kind of different from the numbers that are in the average, I think, just by slightly, though. Pretty much what this game's probably going to be consisting of is you finding signals to unlock more of the story. It's going to be a challenge too, because if you miss a signal, then you could end up missing a story signal. Then I'm guessing if you miss it, you just got to wait till it comes back, I guess. And you're just going to be farming it until you eventually get it. So that's going to definitely a long game. I could see it being a pretty long game. A replayable game? Probably not. Not after you're done beating it, that's probably what all the thing you would get. But the game's still being developed, as far as I'm concerned. There's tons of things that can be done to help improve. But right now, it's pretty much fun right now. So far, we haven't gotten anything for the thing yet, and that's not a good sign. We're approaching the number, and we're still not seeing any kind of signal. Okay, we didn't get nothing, so let's go with the average. Seven. On the dot, and the average down there is 40. Going down. Bingo, found it. Okay. Yeah, we want to go down to 30. Okay, 37. So we probably want to go to like 36, probably, right? 35. Nope. In there. It's that. So we just gotta get this one right now. If we can get you right, then we'll be good. Strip by 5. Ooh. That's gonna have to be it. Oh, that scared me for a minute. I thought it was like an alien. That scared me. White dwarf. Whew. That was pretty fun. Definitely an eerie sound. Yeah, it's not too bad. If I can figure out these where these signals are, just like that after a few hours, it's not too difficult of a game. I was expecting it to be a lot more complex, like taking this, adding this, dividing this, and doing all kinds of math in order to figure out each. And that's all that just for one coordinate thing, and then get the elevation. You have to do the same thing, but on a different scale. And then I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a pain if I have to use my calculator. Ugh. It's doable, but I'd have to like place it in immediately as soon as I've solved it, and then go to the next one, solve it quickly, and get it put in, and be like, done. I can do it. It just take time. Luckily, thanks to this being added in, it's easier to find out the signal area. I feel like there's like a little numbers in there. That's all I'm missing is like a milli number. In order to get that number, I have to like stop it at the right time, like go too high and then stop it, or too low and stop it on a dot. Is what you have to do, I think. So in other words, if I go like this, hit start, that's too much. So we want to go down lower. I don't know. Maybe not. So it doesn't seem like it wants to go up any further. I think it just goes down and it won't go up any, not nudging further. That's kind of hard. I was trying to see if I can get to go 100 and then stop it on the dot. But I don't think it does that. I think it's just going from 98 dropping, 98 dropping, 98 dropping, no matter how you slice it. So maybe that just comes down to not having enough upgrades and stuff to actually get the full 100%. It's definitely creepy and eerie, I'll tell you that much. Let that work on its little work right there. Oh, there's the moon coming up. Here comes the crickets. Yeah. Yeah, the object I was seeing earlier is like completely gone, like I've been saying. The sun's setting, the moon's coming out. Oh, it's finished. Yeah, to me, nothing looks out of the ordinary or suspicious. Just the dang radio playing with creepy eeriness to it. It's weird if a dwarf star sounds like that. Turn you off. Turn you down. Yeah, now we get 4 signals. All in just signal detections. All signals, random signals. So, yep, they're all in randoms. They're not event. Which, I'm kind of worried about event signals. Because it seems like event signal shows the UFO. So that's not a good sign. Then you got story signals, random signals, which is what we've been getting lately. A bunch of randoms, which I assume that's probably going to be the most popular thing we're going to run into a lot is randoms. What is this? Is it supposed to be like a server room? Okay. Yeah, figured I'll run turbo and just lower the heat down, even though it's not high, we'll still lower it down a little bit, you know? Trying to think what else we can do. We can reboot, signal check, turbo power boost, transmission. Okay. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for, but we'll find out what we can do here and see if we can get a story signal or an event signal. Let's see if there's anything going on the radio.
During the Mars exploration rover entries, we got surprised a little bit, and we saw some risk mode behavior for MER that was a little bit higher than we expected, and we couldn't really explain at the time the physics that went into that. So one of the major focuses for the Mars Science Laboratory was to figure out how to model this better, how to better understand the physics of risk mode. And the fact that the observed risk mode aligns very well with our predicts gives us some confidence that we may have conquered that problem. One interesting thing you'll see in this video is the ground is spinning, and that's consistent with the capsule rotating underneath the parachute at between 1 and 2 degrees per second. During the 90 seconds we're descending here, we almost do a complete revolution underneath the parachute. And again, that's consistent with our predicts. We thought maybe up to 3 degrees per second of rotation, and we're down at 1 degree per second. So not a lot of exciting things happened because everything was right down the pipe of what we expected, but that's how we won it. One other thing I want to point out, if you can bring up the third image, and this is just sort of nice because it's verification of an EDL requirement. We have countless EDL requirements that we have to verify. And
okay, we got a signal. Average 65. Yep, 65.2. 28.7. So what are we going to be finding this time? I guess while this is doing this, we can listen to the radio.
6 kilometers or 1 mile altitude, we drop and free fall out of the back shell for 1 second, and then we light the engines and divert to the side so we don't run into the parachute that's still coming down behind us. Vertical flight all the way to the ground. So I want to bring up basically the rest of the video that Devin first started, if we can go ahead and start that. This is 3.88 frames a second. You can see we're starting out here with some wrist mode dynamics that Devin talked about, back and forth, and then you'll see it get really still right here. The descent engines have started here, and we are now under powered flight. The first thing that happens is we divert to the side so you can see the ground moving. That's the camera being swung about 20 degrees off vertical as we're moving to the side to avoid the back shell. Then the camera starts to straighten up again, and it will basically snap to straight vertical. We go through the rest of powered descent. You'll start to see the plumes impacting the ground. And in a second, you'll see the wheel drop into place as we start sky crane and lower the mobility. And then, of course, the camera goes pretty dark as we get right down into the dirt. And so, as Devin pointed out, from all of the data we've received so far, we flew this right down the middle. It's absolutely incredible to have worked on a plan for so many years and then just see everything happen exactly according to plan. And as we were watching this in the war room on landing night, it was like all these contingency plans that we had made leading up to EDL about what to do if we lose comm here or lose comm there, or if we don't know where the rover is when it lands down. All of those were just shedding off. It was like weights being lifted off our shoulders as we were able to watch all of the data come in, and everything was going right according to plan. So as you can see, when we hit the ground there, the next thing that happens is the flyaway maneuver, and we were actually Extremely lucky, but it was sort of a planned event. If you go to the next image, we were lucky enough to take a rear. Oh, can you go one more? I'm sorry, I might have. Yeah, there. If you look in the left image, we believe we've caught what is the descent stage impact on the Martian surface. Now, this photo was taken about 40 seconds after.
What is this? Unknown. Unknown. Status detected. What the heck? Are you serious? There's no way. There is no way. After, like, what is it, like, been about 2 hours now? I think it's been about 2 hours. I've been streaming so far. It has been close to 2 hours, and all of a sudden now we get a signal like this. There's no way. I'm not buying it. There's no way. Which way are these pointing? You guys see anything weird? Let's go check out this signal. There's no way. No way. It's no way. What kind of signal is this? Is it a random signal? Yeah, it's just a random. Okay, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. Why was there an alien signal for it? To me, that sounds like an alien. And it's unknown. That's really weird. We're good now. Okay.
As expected, and so again, this is more evidence of, you know, we did that with rockets, so that's pretty cool. And so with that, I'll turn it over to Jody to walk us through our predicted versus actual trajectory performance.
Thanks, Steve. So I'll be talking about two things. First, we'll go through a Google Mars animation, which is, we use Google Mars, and it actually has our latest predicted trajectory. This was prior to landing. And then we'll go through after landing and how we used our simulation and what we got from Curiosity at touchdown to determine where we thought we landed and how that actually compared to where we really landed. So if I could have the video. This is Google Mars, and it's going to take us through, now remember this is real simulation data here. We're going through the bank reversals, the first bank reversal, second and third, and this is only half of the angle of the bank reversal. This is going 4 times real time, and we actually use Google Mars to analyze the trajectory to see it in 3D space instead of just, you know, numbers on white paper or MATLAB files. And so this is taking us through the entry balance mass jettison, and what we'll do is we'll pitch over and we'll look at the landing site, and we'll actually see a couple pans of the landing site. Now this trajectory is what we assumed is the nominal trajectory that was based off of the latest and greatest navigation that we got right prior to landing. So this just takes a glimpse over Gale Crater. Parachute deploy, this is the configuration that we were at, and parachute deploy happened about 10:15, just 5 seconds after 10:15 Mars time, Pacific. So here we have heat shield separation. Heat shield separation happened 20 seconds after. Now, 18 seconds after that, we had radar lockup. And that actually, radar lockup happened about 1.5 kilometers higher than what we expected. And that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. And 77 seconds after that, we had backshell separation. Time happened as expected. Things are looking nominal. And here we kind of pan down to the rover. Touchdown happened 55 seconds after backshell set, all as we expected. I wanted to point out here that the flag, the American flag that's sitting under the rover, give a shout out to Google Mars. They actually put our landing location in Google Mars already, so that was kind of neat. So those are the types of things that we were looking at right before entry to see how things were looking and how they were going to compare after entry, after touchdown. So if we could move to the next figure. So now this is after landing. We want to know, where is this rover? Or where's an estimate of where we think it is, so the folks that are actually going to find this using HiRISE from MRO will have a good idea. So right after landing, we get information from Curiosity, some touchdown information, and we take that information and we account for our known errors, such as navigation errors, and we come up with a best estimate. And that's the green diamond in the middle, in the blue ellipse there. So this was actually shown right after landing. This was our prediction, latest and greatest, that we had immediately after. Some of you may have already seen this. And this kind of sets up the next figure that I have, if you could go to the next graphic. So here we have the landing target, that same light blue ellipse. And like Gavin said, the landing target, we missed it by about 1.5 miles. That's actually off the graphic there to the left. And the green diamond is where we thought we landed right afterwards. And that's the estimate that we gave to the localization folks to try to find the rover. Now, we thought it would be within 1 kilometer of that. The red X is where we actually landed. So our estimation and where we actually landed was only 200 meters apart, well within that 1 kilometer green error circle. So we were very happy about that. Now to kind of shift gears, and if you look over to the right, you'll see the tungsten ballast masses, the entry ballast masses, and our predictions. Now this is actually before landing, where we thought these 6 heavy balls of tungsten would land, are within that dark blue ellipse. And actually, if you look, where we expected those to land, there's blue circles, 6 blue circles. And they actually show the same trends that have been shown from the CTX-M that was shown, I believe, a couple days ago with the actual landing location of those balance masses. And that's the overlay figure that you see. And so you can see that those locations are well within the error ellipse that's drawn around those balance masses. So those actually impacted where we expected. So that's kind of just to give you a flavor of what's to come. And this is based off, like Al and everyone has mentioned, off of minimal data that we have so far. So stay tuned. This is a huge effort, and it's going to be exciting when we get the rest of the data back to really be able to tell the story of what happened during EDL. So with that, I pass it off to Ben.
Thank you, Jen. All right, so as Jody just talked about, all the hardware that we jettisoned as we went through the EDL maneuver and we successfully landed on Mars last Sunday, I'm going to talk about what we're going to do next on the surface, which is to jettison the EDL software and to now move on to our surface version of software. So if you can pull the first chart.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I just figured to listen to that because maybe there's a reason why there's a radio there that could give you some hints to some stuff that's to come. But so far, we get an unknown signal we found up here. I'm not sure what that was. First opinion, I thought that was an event or a story signal, but guess not. I don't know. We're approaching our average for it to be lifted up to a certain degree. gonna try to go for like one more right now, and then we're probably gonna end the video after this. Cause it's like already what time is it? 2:20 to 2:35 right now a.m. So it's time for me to settle down and get ready for bed. I think I played a good bit of this, and it seems like it's doable. I can see myself playing this and maybe doing another episode to try to see if we can find some story signals. So maybe the whole objective of playing this will just be for finding story signals and event signals. So, and to see what happens, because as far as I know if aliens have been added yet, but I guess we'll find out as we continue through our journey. I just wonder how things are gonna function when we do find one. Are things gonna start amping up to where I'm gonna start getting visits? Because if I do, it's gonna suck. This thing likes to take its sweet time rolling its way over there. Good news is it's going from the lowest to the average, so that means if we don't get nothing straight through, it means we need to go up more. So it's an easy trick to figure out which one we need to go is up or down. As long as you're focusing on which way that thing is adjusting itself to, from what direction, it's pretty easy to adjust it accordingly. Okay, we're approaching it. Okay, we got a 10% signal from that. Now for this thing to adjust the other side, and we'll see how that functions. Eye on it. Yeah, it scared me. It still says 10%, so we're good. Okay, we're at 58. And it's still showing 10%. Okay, it just dropped down to 9 after hitting 60, so that's not a good sign. Okay, so maybe going up is not the thing to do here. Okay, here we go. Let's go about 5s here. Actually, we need to go down, if I remember correctly. Because it went up to that thing and it dropped slightly, so maybe that's not the height we wanted at. Still nothing. Let's try 49. 48. Oh, okay, maybe it's 60. 68. I think it actually lowered from doing that. I think it's slightly going down from going up. Is it the very low spectrum, maybe? Okay. Let's go with the 80. So let's go back up that way. This is a pain. It really is trying to find the signal, apparently. It's this elevation, man. It's just, this is what's nailing me right now. Sometimes I get one signal correct, but then I get the other signal, I have to adjust it like a fair amount just to find it. It's like one side gets 50% of the signal, and the other side gets the other 50% of the signal. You kind of have to get them matched up. Come on. Start going up. Come on, you can do it. I think it went up actually to 49 now instead of 48. I think it's going up. No, it went back to 48 again, I think. Ooh, where we stop at 75. Okay. Oops. We stop at 43. Nope. That's kind of hard. It's 95% it's going to do. What is it? Yellow star. Radio transmission. That's an eerie one. Very, very eerie. Check out something real quick while that's going. Okay, good. I was just doing some research real quick, guys, just for checking some stuff out. Yeah, I think I kind of like this game. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not as scary as a Forest. Forest was more freaky and had me on my edge of my toes at first, and then it turns into war, pretty much, with the cannibals, just constant war. I did take a, I will share with you guys for the first time, I actually took a nap for the first time. I usually never take naps. I'm just the type of person that if I go to bed, I want to go to bed, not take a small nap and then wake up and then take another small nap kind of thing. I never usually do that. So I did that, and that's kind of why I was able to do our live streams for tonight and get the Life is Strange and this one done. But thank goodness I did the nap. If I wouldn't have done it, I probably wouldn't have had time to do it because I would have been too tired. Tomorrow I plan on heading out for some Pokemon Go hunting again, but this time I'm going to make sure to bring myself a coat and stuff when I head out because I had some fun. I'll be posting some of the pictures on Discord so you guys can see some of the Pokemon I caught. I caught some really good ones with like 80 to 90% IV rates. A Drifloon, Skunky or Stinky or whatever his name is. I caught a Duskull with a great stats. I caught, you know, a Witch Hat Pikachu with great IVs, which is pretty epic. I like going for those high IV hunting. And with Let's Go Eevee coming out November 16th for the Switch, I can't wait to play it because it's going to interlink it, turning the collection game into a physical game. So all my work on the outskirts is not just a collection anymore. I can actually physically put it into a game. And if they do updates to include the next generations into that game, because it's connected online, I could actually play with Erica and battle her on there with Pokemon, or I can battle, like, let's say Killer, Zod, you know, the whole entire gang. I can just battle pretty much anybody. Kevin, you know. I think you could have a nice good old rumble with Pokemon. The good news is at least the first thing I want to try to do is transfer a shiny Squirtle into the game, because that's what I really want to do is transfer a shiny Squirtle. That's what I'm most excited about. And here I am talking about another game as I'm playing this game, which I don't know if that's considered rude or not, but as far as I know, to me, I don't think there's anything going on right now. Seems like it's pretty peaceful, actually. Besides from the little creepiness of seeing some kind of object in the sky over there, just hovering. That could have just been a texture glitch. And if it was a texture glitch, then there's nothing I need to worry about. So the signal's like dead up that way somewhere. Definitely creates an eeriness to it. I keep wanting to click E instead of F, because I'm not used to using F to open doors. It's almost time. And there's a binary code. Is that my fifth one? Yep, the yellow star. So we got 6 of these guys, all done and dealt with. We got more stuff. Download efficiencies, cooling. I guess we can upgrade cooling a little bit. Recharge. Modules. Maybe we'll increase these two. Apply. So that way these two get upgraded a little bit. Modules. Better calculation capabilities. I'll take it. Data. Faster download. Apply. I think installing those downloads though makes it burn more battery quicker. So we'll find out what happens when it comes to that point in time. But that's about all I'm going to do for now. I think, guys, I think the one thing I haven't done yet is probably gone out there and actually driven around in that little thing and just searched the whole area and see if there's anything that I'm missing besides getting signals. Because I'm pretty sure that's not the whole thing. I have seen a scene where someone has gone out, and I will admit this, guys. There's a scene where I remember, I don't know if it's still here or if it's only triggered during an event or a story event, but apparently I have a co-worker and you can find their shoe and a spaceship comes up above you and like startles you or something, you know, and I don't know when that's going to happen. So hopefully that'll be done. And we can go out there and find that, but I'll probably say that for next episode, maybe. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time, like Einstein right there. You know, even Einstein has fun. Make sure you guys don't get too sci-fi after today's episode. Anyway, toodles, thanks for watching.